Welcome to our journey together, where we're about to dive deep into the habits that might be holding you back from achieving your financial dreams. I'm here to guide you through the twists and turns of personal finance, breaking down the complex into simple, actionable steps. Imagine this. What if the only things standing between you and a life of financial freedom are habits you can change today? From the sneaky drain of daily coffees to the silent growth of an investment, we'll uncover the small changes that can lead to big results. Join me as we explore 28 money habits that could be keeping you poor, and more importantly, how to turn them around. Get ready to challenge what you think you know about money, because we're about to transform your financial future together. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The pitfall of not budgeting. Ever wonder where your money goes each month? You're not alone. A staggering 65% of Americans don't have a detailed budget. That's like setting off on a road trip without a map. Budgeting is your financial roadmap. It's not about restricting yourself. It's about empowering your spending. Think of it as giving every dollar a job. When you know what you're spending, you can cut the fat and save for what truly matters. According to a survey by Bankrate, those who budget tend to save twice as much as those who don't. Let's make budgeting cool again by showing how it's the first step to financial freedom. Chapter 2. The dangers of living beyond your means. Living beyond your means is like running a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. It's exhausting and slows you down. In the US, credit card debt reached an all-time high of over $1 trillion in 2019, a clear sign of overspending. The simple truth is, if you're spending more than you earn, you're digging a hole you can't easily climb out of. Warren Buffett said it best. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. Prioritizing savings helps ensure you're not caught off guard by unexpected expenses. Chapter 3. The high cost of high-interest debt. Credit card debt is like quicksand. The more you struggle, the faster you sink. With average interest rates around 17%, it's no wonder that paying off debt can feel like an uphill battle. Compounding interest means that if you have $5,000 on a credit card with a 20% interest rate, and you only make the minimum payments, it could take you over 10 years to pay off, costing you thousands in extra interest. The key is to tackle high-interest debt first. Snowballing your debt, where you pay off the smallest debt first and work your way up, can also be a game changer. Chapter 4. Skipping the emergency fund. An emergency fund is like a financial safety net for life's high-wire act, yet 25% of Americans have no emergency savings at all. Without it, a single unexpected expense can push you into debt. Experts recommend saving at least 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses. This fund acts as a buffer against life's surprises, whether it's a car repair or a job loss. Building this fund might seem daunting, but even small amounts add up over time. Remember, it's not about the size of your income, but the habit of saving regularly. Chapter 5. Procrastinating on retirement savings. Think retirement is too far off to worry about? Here's a wake-up call. About 30% of Americans have no retirement savings whatsoever. Starting to save early can turn a modest investment into a substantial nest egg, thanks to the magic of compound interest. If someone starts saving $200 a month at 25, assuming a 7% annual return, they could have over $500,000 by the time they retire. Delaying just a decade can cut that amount in half. The lesson: start now, no matter how small the amount. As Einstein reportedly said, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. Chapter 6. Making only the minimum payments. Paying only the minimum on your credit card is like trying to empty a bathtub with a teaspoon while the tap is still running. It gets you nowhere fast. This habit not only prolongs your debt, but also inflates the total interest paid. For example, on a $2,000 debt with an 18% interest rate, making only the minimum payment could extend your payback period to over 10 years and nearly double the amount paid in interest. The strategy here is simple. Aim to pay more than the minimum. Even an extra $50 a month can slash years off your debt and save you a bundle in interest. Chapter 7. The trap of impulse buying. Impulse buying is like filling a leaky bucket. It's never satisfying in the long run. A study found that the average American spends approximately $5,400 annually on impulse purchases. That's a vacation, a decent emergency fund, or a significant chunk of debt that could be paid off. The trick to beating impulse buys: the 24-hour rule. Wait a day before making any unplanned purchase. You'll be surprised how often that must-have item becomes a maybe later, or even a what was I thinking. Chapter 8. Ignoring the power of price comparison. Not comparing prices is like agreeing to a blind auction. You never know if you're paying too much. With the internet at our fingertips, comparing prices has never been easier. Yet many of us still skip this step, especially for everyday purchases, which can add up significantly over time. A Consumer Reports survey showed that online price comparison tools saved users an average of $279 per year. Whether it's insurance, groceries, or electronics, a few minutes of research can lead to substantial savings. Chapter 9. The cost of late payments. Late payments are like small leaks in a dam. Over time, they can lead to a flood of financial problems. A single late payment can cost up to $39 in fees. And if it's more than 30 days late, it can damage your credit score. A lower credit score means higher interest rates on loans and credit cards, which can cost thousands over time. Automating bill payments is an easy fix. It ensures bills are paid on time every time, protecting your wallet and your credit score. Chapter 10. Underestimating retirement needs. Retirement is far off. I'll have enough. This common thought can be dangerously misleading. Many people underestimate how much they'll need, forgetting about inflation and medical expenses, which can be higher in older age. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services estimates that someone turning 65 today has a 70% chance of needing some type of long-term care, with costs that can quickly deplete savings. Planning with realistic estimates and considering healthcare costs is crucial for a secure retirement. Chapter 11. The missed opportunity of investing. Keeping all your money in a savings account is like storing a sports car in the garage and never driving it. Yes, it's safe, but you're missing out on its potential. The stock market has historically returned about 7% annually, adjusted for inflation. Yet a survey by Bankrate found that over half of Americans don't own any stocks. Investing can seem intimidating, but with today's resources and technology, starting small with index funds or robo-advisors can lead to significant growth over time. Chapter 12. Skipping essential insurance. Going without insurance is like skydiving without a parachute. You're unprotected against a fall. Whether it's health, auto, or home insurance, many people opt to skip it to save money in the short term, overlooking the massive financial risk of unexpected events. A single hospital visit can result in thousands of dollars in bills, easily wiping out savings. Insurance should be seen as an investment in your financial security, not an unnecessary expense. Regularly reviewing and adjusting your coverage ensures you're not overpaying and are adequately protected. Chapter 13. The peril of not paying yourself first. Not saving before you spend is like trying to fill a cup with a hole in the bottom. It's nearly impossible. The golden rule of personal finance is to pay yourself first. This means setting aside a portion of your income for savings or investments before paying your bills or spending on other things. Despite its importance, a shocking number of people skip this step. A simple shift in mindset and setting up automatic transfers to a savings account can make all the difference, turning saving from a chore into a habit. Chapter 14. The folly of keeping up with the Joneses. Comparing your financial life to others is a surefire recipe for unhappiness and financial strain. With social media, it's easier than ever to fall into this trap, thinking everyone else has it better. But remember, what you see online is often a curated highlight reel, not the full picture. A survey found that nearly 40% of Americans admit to spending money they didn't have to keep up with friends. Focus on your financial journey and goals, not someone else's. True wealth is not about having the most, but needing the least. Chapter 15. The hazard of not having financial goals. Sailing without a destination leaves you at the mercy of the winds. The same goes for your finances. Without clear financial goals, it's easy to drift aimlessly or make impulsive decisions that can set you back. Setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, smart financial goals gives you direction and motivation. Whether it's saving for a down payment on a house, paying off debt, or building an emergency fund, having a target to aim for can transform your financial habits and help you achieve financial freedom. Chapter 16. Overlooking tax planning. Taxes are often seen as a once-a-year headache, but a proactive approach can save you a bundle. Many people miss out on deductions and credits that could lower their tax bill because they're not keeping track throughout the year. For instance, contributing to retirement accounts like a 401k or IRA not only helps you save for the future, but can also reduce your taxable income. Tax planning should be an ongoing part of your financial strategy, not just a frantic scramble in April. Little adjustments can lead to significant savings over time. Chapter 17. The shortfall of relying on a single income stream. In today's economy, relying solely on one source of income is like putting all your eggs in one basket. Diversification isn't just for investments, it applies to your income streams as well. Side hustles have become more than just a trend, they're a financial strategy. Nearly a third of Americans have a side hustle, And for many, it's a way to build savings, pay off debt, or fund their passions. Exploring ways to earn extra money not only provides financial security, but also offers the chance to pursue work you're passionate about. Chapter 18. The mistake of frequent job hopping without pay increase. While changing jobs can be a strategic move for career advancement, doing it too often without a clear financial upside can actually hurt your wealth-building potential. Frequent job hopping can disrupt your income, benefits, and retirement savings, especially if the moves don't come with significant pay increases. A study by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York found that while younger workers tend to see income growth with job changes, the benefits diminish with age. It's essential to weigh the long-term financial impact of a job change, considering factors like salary, benefits, and the stability of the new position. Chapter 19. The drawback of not learning about personal finance. Navigating the financial world without knowledge is like trying to drive in a foreign country without a map or understanding the road signs. Surprisingly, a lack of financial education is a widespread issue, with only 57% of adults in the U.S. considered financially literate. This gap leads to missed opportunities and costly mistakes. Investing time in learning about personal finance can dramatically change your financial landscape. Whether through books, podcasts, or online courses, education empowers you to make informed decisions, turning daunting challenges into manageable tasks. Chapter 20. The pitfalls of overusing Buy Now, Pay Later services. Buy Now, Pay Later (BNPL) services have transformed the way we shop, offering the allure of instant gratification without the immediate financial pain. However, this convenience comes with a catch. BNPL can encourage overspending and accumulate debt that's easy to lose track of. A survey found that nearly 1/3 of users fell behind on payments, incurring late fees and damaging their credit scores. Treat BNPL with caution. Use it sparingly and only for purchases you can afford to pay off in the short term. Chapter 21. The risk of investing in things you don't understand. Warren Buffett famously advised, "Never invest in a business you cannot understand." This wisdom extends beyond stocks to any financial venture. The allure of high returns can tempt us into complex investments or schemes beyond our comprehension. The consequences, potentially catastrophic losses. The cryptocurrency boom, for instance, saw many investors jump in without a clear understanding, leading to significant financial pain for those caught in volatile swings. Stick to investments you understand well, and always do your research or consult with a financial advisor before diving into unfamiliar waters. Chapter 22. Neglecting to build an emergency fund. An emergency fund is your financial lifeline in times of unexpected crises, yet it's alarmingly overlooked. A Federal Reserve report revealed that 25% of adults would struggle to cover an unexpected $400 expense without borrowing. Without this safety net, any minor financial hiccup can spiral into debt. Start small, aiming for $1,000, then build up to 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This fund not only provides peace of mind, but also ensures you're prepared for life's unpredictable moments. Chapter 23. Letting savings sit idle. In a world where inflation can erode the purchasing power of your savings, letting your money sit in a low-interest account is like watching it slowly fade away. The average savings account interest rate is pitifully low, often below 1%. Meanwhile, inflation rates can hover around 2% or higher, meaning your savings lose value in real terms over time. Consider high-yield savings accounts, certificates of deposit (CDs), or bonds as alternatives. These options can offer higher returns, helping your savings keep pace with or outstrip inflation. Chapter 24. The consequences of not having a will. Discussing wills and estate planning can be uncomfortable, but the consequences of not having a will are far worse. Without a will, the state decides how your assets are distributed, which may not align with your wishes. This can lead to family disputes and potentially lengthy legal battles. A survey found that only 40% of Americans have a will or estate plan in place. Taking the time to draft a will ensures that your assets go to the people and causes you care about, providing clarity and peace of mind for your loved ones. Chapter 25. The financial drain of loan co-signing without caution. Co-signing a loan might seem like a simple act of kindness, but it's fraught with potential financial pitfalls. When you co-sign, you're equally responsible for the debt. If the primary borrower defaults, you're on the hook, which can damage your credit score and lead to financial strain. Statistics show that as many as 38% of co-signers end up paying some or all of the loan because the primary borrower fails to do so. Before co-signing, consider the risks and whether you're prepared to take on that debt yourself. Chapter 26. The hidden costs of subscription services. In the era of convenience, subscription services can seem like a bargain, but their costs can quickly spiral out of control. The average American spends $237 a month on subscription services, a significant chunk of which is often for services they rarely use. Regularly auditing your subscriptions and canceling those you don't need can free up a surprising amount of money. This habit ensures you're only paying for what truly adds value to your life, rather than draining your resources on forgotten or underused services. Chapter 27. The misstep of ignoring small expenses. It's easy to overlook small daily expenses, but over time, they can significantly impact your financial health. For instance, spending $5 on a coffee each weekday adds up to about $300 a year. While treating yourself occasionally is fine, regularly indulging in small luxuries without budgeting for them can hinder your ability to save and invest. Tracking all expenses, no matter how minor, can reveal surprising insights into where your money is going and help you make more informed decisions about your spending habits. Chapter 28. The trap of financial inertia. Sticking with the status quo, whether it's an underperforming savings account, an expensive insurance policy, or a high-fee investment fund, can be costly. Financial inertia, the tendency to stick with what's familiar even if it's not beneficial, can prevent you from seeking out better options. Regularly reviewing and comparing your financial products and services can uncover opportunities to save money and improve returns. Embracing change and taking action can significantly enhance your financial well-being.